Hi everyone, welcome back to another midnight journaling episode, which is a series that I'm doing on my channel where I basically turn on the camera whenever I'm doing one of my longer journaling sessions and I'm just updating my planners, and I do a voiceover talking about whatever topic, not necessarily planner related. In this planning session, I updated my Hobonichi cousin, my Hobonichi weeks, my pocket bullet journal, and I also did a little bit of reading, so I showed you a little bit of my reading journal towards the end. I also do want to mention that number one, it is currently Canada Day, so there is a lot of fireworks, and I'm gonna try to edit all of it out just because I know it can be triggering for some people, but I just want to put a warning just in case I miss a firework or something. And then two, I just came back from moving into our new office and it was a lot of heavy boxes, so I'm just super exhausted. But yeah, I'm gonna try my best to finish this video because it is due on Sunday at 8 in the morning. So let's get started. So I'm not too sure what I will be titling this episode, but essentially I want to touch a little bit about, I guess, my desire to do a bunch of different things, to be good at a bunch of different things, and also kind of assume a bunch of different identities. So I know to some people this is going to sound super strange, and to other people you might hear this and it'll just immediately click for you because you relate to what I'm talking about. So to better explain, an example would be that I want to be a very career-driven person. I want to be super productive, essentially kind of like a workaholic lifestyle, you know, constantly achieving milestones and goals and all of that. So very career focused. But then I also want to be like a master artist. Like I want to make these epic paintings. I want to have this like wide portfolio of gorgeous artwork. At the same time, I also want to be an amazing baker and an amazing cook. Actually, those are like two separate things because baking and cooking are very different. So yeah, I want to be an amazing chef, like not even a home cook. I want to create these like restaurant quality dishes. I also want to bake just the most amazing pastries. You have no idea how much time I have spent reading about croissants. I also want to be an amazing runner. I am currently training myself for a half marathon. I also want to be super good at the gym. I'm kind of loosely following this like workout regimen. I want to be an amazing daughter. I want to be an amazing sister. I want to be an amazing friend. And I think like many people, I think most people, I want to be intelligent. So I try to read a lot and I try to learn new things, and you get the point. There are just like so many things that I want to do and that I want to be good at and that I want to kind of identify as. And I think you know where I'm going with this, but one, I really burnt myself out because every second of my day I was trying to do something instead of just relaxing. Number two, I wasn't able to do everything that I wanted to do. And number three, when I was doing something that I wanted to do, like for example, when I was baking, I wasn't fully enjoying it because I was like, oh, I could be painting right now, or I could be, I don't know, going on a run, or I should probably be doing something for the business. But then consequently, for example, when I'm running, I'm thinking, oh, I could be spending this time reading, or again, I could be doing something for the business. So I just like couldn't really enjoy anything that I was doing because there were a million other things that were kind of demanding my attention. And for a while, I really felt like kind of a failure of a person because it seemed like everyone else just had these awesome things going for them. Everyone else is talented in their own ways and they're just like good at something unique and cool. And I just didn't feel like I was really good at anything. But recently I have been reflecting a little bit about why this is the case and why I feel this way. And I think I mean, I'm sure there are many reasons, but I think one of the reasons is, I know this is kind of a cheesy answer, but I think it's social media. And I know everybody's like simultaneously rolling their eyes, but hear me out. I think it's social media because I, scroll through whatever social media platform and I see, for example, a fitness account and the girl is like super toned and, I don't know, doing these like awesome exercises. And so I immediately feel like, okay, I can totally achieve this if I just do X, Y, and Z. And then I scroll a bit further and there is an art account where the artist is posting these gorgeous paintings or sketches. And I'm like, okay, this is totally something that I can achieve as well. And then you scroll a little bit more and then maybe there is, I don't know, a small business who is excelling at something. And I'm like, okay, I own a small business. I can totally, achieve this level of success as well. Scroll a little bit more and maybe there's like this awesome recipe. And then I think to myself, okay, I can totally try this recipe and master it and, so on. But I think what I kind of failed to realize is that these accounts typically are dedicated to their craft. So the fitness account is, dedicated to their fitness, the art account's dedicated to their art, etc. And not one person is doing all of those things at the same time. And this is not to say, someone who goes to the gym can't be a good artist or can't be a good baker. But I think it's just very rare and it's not very realistic to expect one person to be excelling at every area. So I don't know, to many of you this might be very obvious and self-explanatory, but honestly for me it was more so a recent realization. And as a result, this doesn't mean that I stopped any of my hobbies. I'm still working, obviously. I'm still running, I'm still going to the gym, I'm still painting and baking and cooking and pursuing all of my hobbies. But I just kind of stopped trying to be the best and stopped trying to master whatever hobby. I mean, it's a hobby, so you're supposed to enjoy it. And nowadays, when I scroll through Instagram, I use these accounts kind of as inspiration for what I can do rather than as a goal for what I can achieve. And it just like really puts the pressure off. And it's actually encouraging me to try new things and also be totally okay with dropping a hobby, either permanently or just like temporarily to explore other things and coming back to it. Because I also had an issue where, for example, if I stopped, I don't know, painting for a month just because I was focusing on other things and I have been busy, I got really down about it and I kind of berate myself for being a terrible artist or something, or I convince myself that I have completely lost my ability to paint just because I haven't painted for a month. But like who cares if I, for some reason, suddenly lost my ability to paint just because I have been out of practice. I enjoy the act of painting itself, so I should be able to go back to it anytime I want to and still derive a similar sort of pleasure from it. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but I think if you go through something similar, you would really understand. So yeah, this is kind of what I wanted to share in this episode. I think my case of just being super down about myself due to this whole thing is a little bit extreme, and maybe like the average person doesn't really care too much about what others are doing. So I'm really trying to just be conscious of that. But if you're struggling through the same thing, I hope this makes you feel a little less alone. So I don't think I have anything else to add. So let's talk about my office actually for the remainder of the video. We secured my office space over a month ago, and I'm not blaming anybody, but I got so many personal messages asking if we had moved in yet, and oh my goodness, I don't think it's so hard to share like how much work goes into moving to an office space, because typically I think, unlike buying a home where you live in, you know, you can kind of compromise. If something isn't completely to your liking, you can personally compromise, or maybe after you move in you can kind of fix it over time. But with commercial spaces and for running a business, typically you want to get everything ready before you move in, because once you move in and, you know, we have to start packing orders, we have to start shipping orders, there's just no like wiggle room to do like renovations post move in, if that makes any sense. And since we also cut stickers and we have our own way of packing stickers, this is not like something that we can just buy. So like we have to buy all of the pieces, install new sockets where we need them, custom make shelves and all of that. So this is why it was taking like over a month to even consider moving in. And so we decided to move in on Canada Day just because it's like a long weekend, so we have a little bit more time. And I severely underestimated how many boxes we would have. And after loading all of the boxes into the trucks, we had to load it off. And then after loading it off, we had to open each one and see, okay, what is inside and where does it go? And through it all, I also discovered a bunch of overstock goodies from literally like 3 to 4 years ago. And it's in like good quantities that I can sell. So we might have a fun overstock sale coming, but I will have to see. So yeah, anyways, that is a little bit about the office. I know it sounded like an entire rant, but I am currently a little bit stressed with the move-in, but hopefully we will get settled in soon. And with that being said, thank you so much for all of your support. This is literally a dream come true. I've been wanting an office space for so long, and I can't believe it. And even though it's very taxing to move in, I am enjoying every moment of it, and I once again want to thank you. So I think that is all I will say in this video. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you next week. Bye!